Crime Arizona, is there a reason so many serial killers are from the Pacific Northwest?
There is a new book offering the most in-depth look so far at a potential reason why, the possibility of chemical exposure. True crime correspondent Briana Whitney has that story.
What makes a serial killer? It's a simple question with no simple answer. But a Pulitzer Prize-winning author has a new book that explores why so many lived in or spent significant time in the Pacific Northwest, labeled America's Killing Fields, with a possible environmental link.
He raised his arm and he had something in his hand. He came down and hit me in the face.
Kathy Kleiner was a victim who barely survived the infamous Ted Bundy, a focus in Caroline Fraser's book, Murderland, Crime and Bloodlust in the Time of Serial Killers. Fraser explores several serial killers including Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, and Green River killer Gary Ridgway, all who spent significant time in the area of Tacoma, Washington at one point in time. Why is that important? Because according to Fraser's new book, she explores the lead crime hypothesis, a controversial theory that suggests exposure to lead and certain toxic chemicals can lead to violent behavior and aggression.
My jaw was broken in 3 places, here, here, and here.
I had at least 1 skull fracture. I think every bone in my face was broken.
Fraser grew up just miles from Bundy's spree near Tacoma, Washington, which inspired her investigation into this. Fraser told Time magazine Tacoma is unique because a smelter there was right in the middle of the city decades ago, so emissions were being sent for miles around the area. Fraser also explored the building of a floating bridge and maps of smoke and surveys of psychosis to back up her claims. Bundy was particularly prolific and grew up in that area, living there for many years. He went on to kill and attack in several states after.
If I had not had the 2 neighbors next door to call that night when they heard me crying, I know I would not have survived.
Fraser told Time magazine there are other obvious factors that play into serial killers: physical and sexual abuse, absence of a father, family trauma, or accidents and brain damage. But she says there is an association with the withdrawal of lead gas and the banning of toxic chemicals with a steep drop-off in crime and serial killing sprees. Combine that with DNA technology and better mental health resources, her book doesn't necessarily explore whether serial killers still exist, but instead if the environment that affected them ceased to exist like it did. Briana Whitney for Arizona's Family.